Hey everybody, it's Deanna with toolsofenergyprotection.com, your energy shift expert, here live on Facebook for a second time. I know the energies have been getting weird and things have been getting stressed out, and so I thought I would come on and do a live stream tonight. And then guess what happened? The new audio and visual that I had wasn't set quite right, so it sounded like we were in a tunnel in an echo. And so the desired outcome was not reached, which is to share with all of you beautiful people what's happening on this planet right now, July 30th of 2019. So anyway, I'm getting a sound check right now, so it looks like everything's everything's going good. Okay, so I apologize again for the sound. This is the first time that I'm using high definition camera and have the sound hooked up, and I have several monitors I'm watching, so it does make it challenging. But welcome back everybody. I love you so much. I know you saw me doing the sound tests and stuff, so thank you for coming back and joining me. It is such an important message. So I'm repeating myself anyway. Today is July the 30th of 2019, almost 2020. Hard to believe. So what's happening, everybody on the planet? Do you feel like you're going nuts? Do you feel crazy? Do you feel like all of these energy shifts are just driving you to the edge? Are you angry? Are you full of fear? Do you have a lot of anxiety? What's happening for you? If you're feeling any of these symptoms, then more than likely you are highly sensitive or an empath, or you're just new to the world of metaphysics and just coming into the realization of what's happening for you. And these dynamic shifts are working through the planetary system that God, Spirit, or Source set in alignment for us as human beings on this planet. So if you imagine the Sun and Venus and Mars and all of the planets, the way that they are put on the outside of the Earth, they have an electromagnetic frequency down to the Earth's surface. And that's called Schumanns' resonant frequency, or the heartbeat of the Earth. And when these planets change into different directions, that changes what's happening down here. So if you imagine a marionette with all the strings all wound up every kind of way, that's a little bit of what's going on in our system. And that's why we feel these dynamic energy shifts and why you feel them in your body. But this particular energy shift is very owie. It is extremely painful. And I don't use that word very often, painful, because, in marketing they tell you, people don't want to hear it. But right now, where we are, I think this is the time to let you know. And you're going to either love me after this broadcast, or you're going to poo-poo and say, that you don't like me. And that's okay, because my job is to listen to God's Spirit or Source and to give you the truth of what's happening on the planet. To share with you things to make you not feel nuts, because I have so many dynamic followers that are empaths, are highly sensitive, and they felt like they were going nuts. So when I started out in this business about 13 years ago, before, totally going pro, I started giving energy shift updates, and then that translated on to the Tools of Energy Protection. And there for a while, believe it or not, on Google, if you looked energy protection up, I was the only person with energy shift updates for a while. But anyway, so back on track we go. What's happening with these energy shifts right now? You have a lot of planets that are really closely aligned, and that is causing a lot of pain and struggle in our mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, and energy bodies. So the energy shifts oftentimes just deal with the heart and the mind, or might just your physical body, but this one is all of them, all across the board. Every single thing is being brought into check, because as human beings, generally we don't want to do anything. You know, we will sit in the same pattern over and over. Once we learn a certain pattern, we just play that pattern out. And it's so challenging to make change. Yes, I'm going to use the C word, change. It's challenging to change. Try saying that 6 times fast. So, change is slow. Change is progressive. You know, as those of you that have been with me for a while, you know, have seen me go from just a laptop camera now to HD. And it will only get better from here. I'll get a new sound mic, better sound quality, and in order for that to happen, the change word has to happen. So that's what's going on the planet. So where the stars are aligned right now are pushing us as human beings, every human being on this planet, to let go of things in our life. There's other people I follow that are in this business, and across the board, we're all telling you the same thing. This is dynamic change for closure. This is the ending of a lot of things that have been dragging on in our lives. This is the point where the door closes and it doesn't open again on a lot of things in our lives. So you may be feeling panic-ridden, you may be feeling stressed, you may be feeling like everybody's against you, or lots of people are making you mad, or a lot of people are frustrating you, or you're running into frustrating situations, and I'm going to tell you, it's not out there, it's in here. And that is the most painful kind of energy change I know of, when you can't point and say you need to change, and you realize it's in here. And on Tools of Energy Protection, with the energy shift updates, I've been telling you that I'm going to shift this platform. So one platform will be here on Facebook and Instagram Live, and it will be 5 to 7 minutes, kind of like what's happening, you know, dreams, you know, maybe not feeling well, just very short and to the point. So those of you who want to get in, get out, get the latest update, great. And then I'm going to be switching, if everything stays on target, you know, towards the middle to late August, to putting these longer updates with more of the juicy information, more of the details and the helpful tools onto a different platform. And don't worry, I will tell you so you will know where to find me if you'd rather have the juicy stuff rather than just the quick fix. And so one of the things that I was guided to do is to begin to express myself with the tools of energy protection, right? Duh. And if you go there now and click on personal sessions and tools, you'll find a couple of free tools that you can download there fairly easily to use. But this week, the most dynamic tools, the ones that are most prevalent, one of them I showed to you before a long time ago, and it's a hand mirror. And I attempted to like turn it around and hold it up to the camera so that you could see yourself. So this is only the back side of a hand mirror, so if I turn it around, it'll get all funky and the lights and stuff like that. But this is one of the tools right now for change. I know the C word. I don't like it either. But if you are going to survive this energy shift, you're going to need something. But give me hearts out there for anybody who actually just wants to survive. How many people just want to survive? How many thumbs up hearts? Yeah, I just want to survive. I want to get through this. How many people would rather thrive? Thrive, right? So these tools I'm about to tell you will help you to thrive. I found a video today on Facebook, and it's called the Otter, O-T-T-E-R side, and it is a water slide. It's so beautiful, and these otters are coming down. I think there's like 4 of them. There's like wee, you know, and then one of them comes up the other, you know, the other way. And I wish I could find out how to play it and stick it in this video so you could see it. Really cute. But if you're on Facebook, just, you know, go down in the feed a little bit and you'll find it. And I'm sorry for everybody else, I don't know how to nab it. But anyway, the otter side made me think, you know, this week, especially yesterday, I was so angry. And I was just really angry, and I put it on something that wasn't true. I was griping and complaining about something that really is not that big of a deal. It's just something I don't like doing. But I was griping, moaning, and complaining about it, and I had a lot of anger behind it. And when I hung up the phone, I realized, I just dated myself hanging up the phone. These days you just push the button. But when I got off the phone, I asked myself, I said, Deanna, what are you so angry at? Because you're not angry at what you just told somebody that you were angry at. You were angry at something else, and I really had to search within myself, and I was angry at me. At me. And when you're angry at yourself, it's easy to displace anger because it's hard to take it in on ourselves and be angry with ourselves. And so my displaced anger was about me. And I said, what is it about me that I'm so angry about? And I didn't know. I had no clue. I do a lot of work on myself. I'm continually staying up on changes and what's going on in the world and, different techniques. But I didn't know why I was angry at myself. So I did what I do for my clients. And I used my intuitive dowsing abilities. And I asked God, Spirit, or Source to show me why I was so angry. What's going on inside of me that I'm so angry? And what was revealed to me was something that I have no control over. It's actually ancestral. It's in my genetic vibration. It was something that was passed to me by my parents. And that anger and that frustration was caused by qualities that I inherited. And it's not their fault, and I'm not blaming them, saying, oh, look what you gave me, right? In my gene bag, woohoo, we all have a gene bag. And, it's not like I said, ooh, look, here's your gene bag, and, no thank you. I don't like it, and shame on you for giving it to me. It just is. That's when you choose to come into this world, you get a gene bag. And what's in it's what's in it. But it's up to you how you work through it. It's up to you what you do with your gene bag. Okay? That's part of life. That's part of living, and a lot of us have worked through some of it. A lot of us have managed to stuff it down, push it to the side, ignore it. And these energy shifts that are happening right now for people who are awake, alert, and aware are getting us to work on our true inner character, our inner child, our personal self, so that God, Spirit, or Source can better us and bless us at a higher level. And who does not want to receive blessings? Who does not want to have good things coming in their life? Who doesn't want to have joy and more ease of existence? Don't be pushing the thumbs up. Because I'll see you. We all, of course I don't like that when people say everybody, because I haven't polled everybody, but let's say I would imagine that many of us really desire to have more joy in our lives, more happiness, more fullness, more health, better romances, better understanding of our partners. That's what this energy shift is about, and that's why it's so owie. So when I was angry and I attempted to meditate and really come to an understanding, and I went to bed trying not to be angry, but I went to bed and I woke up at, I think it was 4:30 this morning, and I had this eureka idea of why I was so angry, and so I wrote it out. And after I got done with it, I put it away. And I thought, wow, now I know why I'm angry. Now I know who I'm angry at and why. And if I can just resolve that with them, then things will be better. But after I saw that video of the otter side, it was cute, it was funny, it made me feel better, and I thought to myself, what is the other side of my anger? What is the other side of my darkness? And in there was a lot of hurt and pain in here that I hadn't worked through. And it really wasn't about that other person. Yes, they contributed, but they were being a mirror for me. So right now in your life, I'd like for you to take it. One of the tools is pen and paper. If you're not able to write, type it out. Or if you have to, voice box it, get it down, hopefully on paper. And look at everything right now that's irritating you, angering you, causing you frustration, causing you fear, causing you to say, I am just so done with this. That is the key to this energy shift. Because every single thing that you see like this on your mirror, like I said, I'm not going to turn the hand mirror around because it makes everything go funky on that film. Everything you see on that mirror of people, circumstances, situations, they're being brought close to you to look at. You thought last month was fun? Oh, guess what? Spirit gave it a little bit of an up level. Do you know what this is? This little mirror right here? I think it's concave, if I'm not mistaken. Concave mirror. But this is the mirror that us ladies use to look really close up at our skin, see our imperfections, maybe a hair we might want to pull out. This is that mirror. This is the detail mirror. This is the mirror that God, Spirit, or Source has put in the vibrational frequency changes for the planets that are in line right now for you to look close up, inside, deep, down, and personal. And it sucks, ladies and gentlemen. It sucks. Most of us are okay when other people reflect back to us things we don't want to deal with, and we even ignore it and we push it away. And we bury it and we stuff it, and it's really back there. But with this energy shift, you're not going to get away that easy. Because this baby is about the deep, dark, down introspection of what's going on for you. And why is your life the way it is right now? Like I said, you're either going to love me or you're going to not like me so much after this broadcast. But that's okay, because it's my privilege to be able to come on the air and share with empaths and highly sensitive people what's happening on this planet. Because years ago, this wasn't available. And I thought that I was just nuts because my emotions were like this a lot. And nobody bothered to tell me that being highly sensitive or empathic was part of who I was. And when I was younger, I was made to fit into a box. This is how life is. This is how you will be. And you'll fit in this box. And I did not fit in that box. And so between some of the genetic gifts that I received from my parents, and some of the not so wonderful things that I received from my parents, and again, no fault of their own, it's just the genetic bag that I happen to pick. But in that genetic coding, which science is now proving, that our cells carry from generation to generation, so it's really nice that science is on board. But those qualities pass down, like anxiety or depression. Sometimes they're genetic. There's a chemical imbalance in the body. And people do what they need to do to cope or to get by. And so when I was growing up, there were no empaths. There were no highly sensitive people. There was a box, there were rules, and you had to fit in them. And so I did my best to fit in them with no help. It's just do it or face the consequence. And that's really challenging when you're growing up. And nobody understands you. And everybody thinks you're weird because you know things other people don't know, or you sense things other people don't sense. You're not special, you're just weird. Bad or wrong sometimes. But those vibrational frequencies, that non-acceptance, can add to the scars or add to the feelings of us being inadequate. And it can lead to us having something called self-punishment. Seriously, right now, if you can identify with self-punishment, I'd like for you to give me a thumbs up. If you're watching the recording, add a thumbs up. Add a comment if you like. But I would like to know how many of you feel like that a lot of this dark stuff coming up is from your childhood, where you were set into a pattern of not being good enough because you didn't fit in. And so you learned growing up that you just didn't do certain things. You didn't fully fill in your gifts. You didn't expand who you were, because if you did, you were seen as bad or wrong. And so what's happening right now is we're being asked to heal that inner child. Because the next 6 months from today, we're going to be pushed by God's Spirit or Source to open up into who we truly are, gifted or not. And those hurts, those dis-ease. To me, self-punishment is a dis-ease. You're not at ease if you're punishing yourself for being who you are, for being gifted, for being empathic, for being artistic, whatever it is that you are. And I'll tell you right now, the animal kingdom doesn't do it to themselves. I mean, think about it. If you're, let's say you're a wolf, and you go out and you do your job and you take the life of another animal, because that's what you do, and you're going to eat it. Now, I'm going to ask a very silly question, but how many wolves actually go out, kill an animal, leave it there, and walk away and stare at it and go, gee, I'm really hungry, but I better not eat that, what I just did, because I'm not good enough. But I'm going to stand here and be really hungry and stare at it. That's self-punishment. And to add insult to injury, guess what? Other wolves come and start eating it while you're watching, going, I really want that, that's mine, but I can't let myself have it because, for whatever reason. That's self-punishment, self-torment, whatever term you want to put on it. And this energy shift right now is about yourself. It's time for you to heal that inner child. I had a client this week, I think it was last week, we were working on finding out why it was she was so angry inside. And she had no idea why she was angry inside. And so what I found is that it wasn't so much what was going on for her, but it's what her mother had passed her and the grandmother had passed to her. And it would mount 3 generations. And the Bible says the sins of the father repeat 3 generations. I think the mother's 2. And what does that mean? It means that the vibrational frequency of the person 3 generations ago was prone to instability, anxiety, depression, and that person didn't work through it. And part of being a human being, generations will work things out. Why that is, I don't really know. But it happens. So the grandmother passed it to the mother, and the mother passed it to the daughter, and the daughter is my client, and she's like, I don't understand why I feel this way. And it's because she's the last person in the 3 generation cycle, and it is up to her to complete the learning for her family dynamic. It's a beautiful gift if you know how to work with it and see the other side. When I finally looked at what I was angry at and sat with myself in quiet contemplation after I wrote out this morning what I was angry at, I thought about it later. And I said, this is not what I'm angry at. I used the tool that I use for my clients. God showed me what I was actually angry about. And it's something that was passed to me genetically and through behaviors, through parenting. And again, no fault of their own. We just repeat the patterns we're shown. And I was angry at that because that did not allow me to be the person that I am, and I was forced to be someone that I wasn't, so that I could please, so that I could be accepted, so that I could be loved. So when I just thought about it, I turned it around and I said, okay, what's there that's light? What's there that's love? And when I was younger, I was basically put on a stage and put at a show and made to sit, look nice, and present things, which I really didn't want to do. First couple times was fun, but after that, it was like, I didn't want to do it. But I wasn't given a choice. I had to complete it for several more years. I actually made the newspaper, and then all the kids at high school tormented me. You know how they are. But the idea was that I thought about, that taught me how to be a presenter. That taught me how to bring things forward into the public. And the always spots are things that I can choose to work on my own or not, to better myself or not. But where we are with these energy shifts, God wants to give us blessings. God wants to give us abundance. God wants to give us happiness right now. And if you're not in a position to receive it, if you haven't healed the hurts enough to go, wow, this is great, then you can't receive as much. And the challenging part of this change is that for the next 6 months, it's just going to level up, level up, level up, level up. So if you're not on board right now for the next 6 months, it's going to be a spiral, with the amount of work that you've got to do, if you choose it. So what does that mean? If you ever gone to school and you start the semester off, all the fresh paper and pens and pencils, and you're all, I'm going to keep up with everything, and then you don't, and 6 assignments later you haven't turned anything in, you got to hustle like crazy if you're going to make the grade. Or you can stay up with it. And it's kind of funny that this energy shift comes around the time that a lot of American kids are getting ready to go back to school. So it won't be just the kids going back to school. So that's what's happening. If you need to get angry, do so. Make a list. Look at what you're angry at. Ask God, Spirit, or Source to reveal it to you. If that's not an option, or you're having trouble connecting, then reach out to me. I'm going to be at For Heaven's Sakes Books on Thursday. You can do a phone consult if you can't make it. 303-964-9339. That's the For Heaven's Sakes Books in Denver, Colorado's phone number. 303-964-9339. And when you come in, we will shift your vibrational frequency, your energy field, and we'll look and see what's in here. And then we'll come up with a path or a plan or a way to help you move forward to heal this, so you don't have to hurt as much as you're hurting now, or have anxiety, or have phobia, or whatever it is that you have. So before I share the next tool, I'm going to look and see what's in the feed. Because I have so many monitors and cameras, I can't really see the feed like I normally do, so I'm going to have to look at my phone if the desired outcome is to see what you all are seeing right now, so I can find out what kind of comments we've got there. Okay, here, let's see here, sorry. Now you're going to hear playback. Hold on. Okay, so yay, it looks like the sound is much better. Yay, thank you. Okay, and what else do we have here? Great. Okay, so it looks like the sound is better, and thank you for the comment about my hair. Second time around, I was like, whoo, can I hold up? So, toolsofenergyprotection.com, and I told my guides that I would begin to share tools with you, and so this is one of the tools. It's called Selenite. And selenite, when you put it inside your energy field, if you take your hands and stretch them straight out and you turn in a circle, that's your bioelectromagnetic energy field. This is selenite. And selenite's job is to pull away energies and toxins and things that are really weighing us down out. So this little piece like this will make it easier for you to work through these energy shifts. And then when you're done with it, you'll have to put it in a place where it can heal, you know, because once you use it, it's like a battery, it needs to recharge itself. And you can look that up on Google as to how to do that. It's not my area of expertise, but carrying that in your pocket with you or sitting with it in meditation will help you to work through the energies a lot faster. The second, sorry, just seeing if there's any more questions. The second tool that I would like to share is frankincense. This is an essential oil. It's really good for anxiety and depression to help it be brought down. Excuse me. Now I forgot my water over there, but anyway. I may have to go get it. But, yeah, I might have to get it here just a sec. That's what I get for filming twice. Excuse me. So, frankincense helps with depression and anxiety and relieving it. And if you, the way I use it is I put a few drops on my hands and then put it in my hair. Some people like to put it on their skin. Whoever it is that works with you with your natural healing, make sure you ask them if you need a carrier oil and what that would look like so that you don't end up hurting yourself. And then the other tool I brought was to be funny. It's called a fidget spinner. I don't know, these were popular with the kids. I don't know if they're still popular with the kids. But it's a tool of understanding because this fidget spinner looks a lot like the symbol for toolsofenergyprotection.com. And the movement and the change of the energy that's happening looks a lot like this. Because of our mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, and energy bodies all changing at the same time. That's why this shift is so dynamic. All the bodies are being called to change and shift. Full cleanse. And so if you can learn to balance everything in your life right now, which my daughter's a lot better at this than I am, but if you can get it spinning and balance it and do tricks with it, you can balance all the areas of your life. If you can't heal, because what's happening is you got something stuck, like right there. And that's hard to spin and keep your life balanced if you have something stuck. So the desired outcome is for you to find out what this is that's stuck in your beautiful energy field. If you need help, reach out. If you can't come to the bookstore on Tuesday, toolsofenergyprotection.com, click on personal appointments, and look at my schedule. I've had one lady reached out this week, and she said, I've been watching you for 6 months, and I finally decided to take the plunge, and I'm glad she did. She's glad she did. But I know a lot of times people hear me talk, and they don't want to just jump right in and do a session, because they're not sure if it works, and I get it. So tomorrow I will put up on my appointment book some introductory sessions or some initial consults. Very short time, very short investment. But my question is, what do you have to lose, right? If you're in fear, if you're anxious, if you're angry, if you're not sure where things are coming from and why, and the universe keeps telling you, you got to look closer, take a risk. What do you have to lose, right? You know, a little introductory session. I'll make sure I get those up tomorrow early in the day so that you can reach out if you like and we get things turned around for you. Now, very quickly before I leave you tonight, tomorrow is Wednesday. For those of you that are watching the replay, today may be Wednesday, July the 31st, and I will be down at For Heaven's Sakes Book from 7 to 9 p.m. And I'm going to be teaching a dowsing class, beginning dowsing, which is the class I began with when I first started so that you can learn to intuit energies for yourself and what's happening in this world. Like I said, it's a very basic class. There's 15 seats available. And when I checked last, I think there was 4 left. So, excuse me. Should have brought my water closer. But anyway, that's it. Really, that is it. And I thank everybody for coming back tonight, watching the replay. Ooh. And I encourage you to get some help if you haven't already. Take advantage of energy shift updates. I'll be splitting the platform soon. Some will be 5 minutes for those that just want to get a one and done. And the others will be more of the lengthy 40 to 50 minutes discussing really deep tools to get through, perhaps introducing some foods and other things to help you move forward. So until then, I hope you have a great and wonderful week. Please do reach out if you need help. I'll be at For Heaven's Sakes Books on Thursday to do as many energy clearings and helping as many folks as I can. On Wednesday night, the night before, from 7 to 9, I will be teaching beginning dowsing. And so you will learn how to intuit, how to connect with God's Spirit or Source so that the energy can flow through you as freely as it does for me. And you can either call the bookstore at 303-96, oh boy, it's been a long night. For Heaven's Sakes Books in Denver, 303-964-9339. And you can give them a call to register for the class as well. If you need an appointment time other than that, toolsofenergyprotection.com, click on personal appointments and scroll down to where it says book now, and it'll take you right to my personal appointment book and can choose a time that you like. If for whatever reason you can't find the time you like, please private message me or reach out to my assistant. She's called a lot of you already, so you have her number. And other than that, it is a great time for change. Yes, the C word. And it's a great time to look within and the other side. Because if you're anxious and angry, there's another side to that that can be healed. And there are rewards from those pains like I had. I got a lot of training to do things I'm doing now. So anyways, until next Tuesday on Tuesday Night Live, big kisses, big hugs, and I wish you all a great and wonderful night.